Howdy folks, welcome to the 3D Sapiens Roadshow. Your host Dan Davis here. Third time's the charm. Okay, so it's Monday, August 27th. I'm about ready to leave Nelder Campground, and I was going to stop by the other big attraction of this place, which is the historic village, so to speak. It's like a museum, outdoor museum kind of thing mostly. We'll see if the door's open to the actual museum, but anyway, it's a nice little feature out here. So aside from the beauty and the repelling from like the stump in the background that I did on a couple shows ago, there's also a little museum, and so we're going to stop by there, and I'll show you the trailhead from the hike where I shot the last video by Nelder Creek. This creek here is California Creek, I finally found out. It's not well written on this map. Anyway, so California Creek, yesterday's video was at Nelder Creek, which is kind of over the ridge and so on. But we're going to be leaving, I'm going to be leaving, retracing part of the trail that I walked on that hike on Friday, which was about a 12-mile hike. So I'll be retracing part of that and end up at Sugar Pine, and then I'm going to go up to the old campsite at Goat Meadow, and so on and so forth. Anyway, so real quick rehash where we are and where we're going. Let me show you on the map real quick. Avoid turning this thing off for a change. Okay, so Oakhurst. We came up here, so I just looked for the red dots. So here's the campground, is these red dots. This is the hike I did the other day. Comes out, what, here, and down here, and then back. Okay, so we're going to be leaving today, going back this way out to Sugar Pine, and then out to 41, and then to Goat Meadow. And along the way I will be doing some can collecting, like usual, just to explore, get some exercise, make a little money, and so on. Alright, so here's the campground when it's empty, after, again, the car collecting days of stuff on it. Packed up, ready to go. So, time to say goodbye to the creek and the birds and the chipmunks and the squirrels and all the other stuff that's around here, and head out to civilization. But again, I'm going to be stopping by the museum. That's the main thing of this video today. So let me pause this and pull out, and then I'll pick it up again as we're driving, just to show you. I'm going to pull out up there and then start videoing as I'm driving out to the museum so you can see where everything's at. So, pause, wait for it. Alright, we're back. Okay, so here's the meadow, dragonflies included, swarming, nice. I shot a video, I don't know, a week or so ago, stargazing out here at night with the IR, if you want to check that out, see what it looks like at night, as much as I can with this camera. Okay, so here's the little roadlet, whatever you want to call it, driveway, 5S19A or something actually, but anyway, so that's walk-in camping over there. People park and then you can go back in there and there's places for lots of tents. Okay, so heading up to the parking lot for these trailheads. There's two trails that kind of loop here. One is the Chimney Tree Trail, which I did some video for, and the other one is the Bull-Buck Tree loop, which I have not done yet. Nice, impressive tree, big giant sequoia. So the Chimney Tree Trail leads from here. The other trail, the Shadow of the Giants, leads from there. Or Graveyard of the Giants, actually. Yeah, it ends up with the Graveyard of the Giants, I believe. Anyway, I showed you that on the map. Okay, so that's the trailhead there, and then right down here, a couple hundred yards on the left, which is to the east, is the historic thing, display, museum, whatever you want to call it. Whoa. A lot of streetcars come back in here. You don't need four-wheel drive, although getting up, there's a final little hill when you're coming up into the campground. It's pretty steep. So, I'm kind of amazed to see some of the cars that I do see. And then across from the museum, Actually, parts of the display are on this side as well. Okay, so there's a little porta potty thingy. Just beyond that is the camp host, whose name is Scott. Nice guy. A couple nice dogs. Pit bull, lab mix dogs. Nice puppies. Oh, the door's open to the museum. Look. Okay, because it's actually these two sheds right here were actually moved. Let me let the dust settle. Okay, so these two sheds were actually moved from elsewhere in the Sierras. Not too far away, but they've got great maps that can be downloaded. Some warnings. Do not rely on cell phones. Yeah, bring an extra chainsaw. If you saw a few shows ago, I had to make myself a part of the road because there was like no road. Yep, on the road less travel, sometimes the road is not much of a road. Yeah, so, okay, so here's the campground. We just, it's actually right along here, yeah. We just drove out here, past the parking lot, and so here we are. Here's the trail I did the other day. Graveyard of the Giants, out to 5S18, which comes around over here someplace to 6S90, and then back to here. To the campground. So we're driving back out this way again today, and we're going to go all the way out to Sugar Pine, which is out that way a few miles. Okay, but anyway, so here we are. Again, there's the camp host, cool dude. There's some stuff on the other side of the road. I'll get to that in a minute. But of course, any place with stumps like this, you gotta love anyway, right? So hold on, let's go over here to this thing so you can see. I never know whether I should read this out loud to you or not, or whatever, but I'll take a picture of it, by the way. So the stuff that you're seeing on the video, signs like this, whatever, I'll take pictures of it. It'll be on my Facebook thing. Because I usually have, with any show like this, I have a Facebook photo album of pictures that I take. So instead of me reading it to you, if you can't read it there, I'll post it as a picture. But anyway, don't take stuff out of here. This is one place where I don't take anything, garbage, except new cans or, you know, recyclables. Okay, one of the things I like a lot about this place is this topographic map that they have. I'm not going to try to explain all of it. I'm not sure how much you can see with the glare and whatever. But, campground's over here. Nelder Grove. And you see all the big trees sticking out. That really is, or used to be, like that. That's kind of to scale. You know, you got these little trees all over the place, and then boom, these big trees that stick out. It's kind of like Avatar. Something. Somewhat. Anyway, okay, so museum. Now, some people call this a museum. They got other maps, by the way, that you can download. Information on trails. So, these cabins, like it said on the sign, were actually moved from a few miles away to put on display. Now here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see much, so let's see if the camera can adjust. We are on high def. Alright, so there's more information, nice little booklet. Some people call these things ancient artifacts. I call them perfectly usable modern day implements. Some of this stuff. Anyway, like heating up water for coffee over the fire, which you can do because here fires are allowed 24/7, 365. Well, I think the campground's closed a few months of the year when it snowed in, but anyway, so I don't have the light to show you really all these implements. I mean, like, who hasn't used one of these things? These weed whacker thingies. Who hasn't used, well, anyway. So you can call it ancient artifacts, or you can call it just stuff that could get stolen because people want to use it, but anyway, so that's the cabin. Let's cross the street over here. Street, trail, road, whatever you want to call it. So aside from Scott's trailer up there, there's some displays that show how things were lumbered, how the lumber trade was carried on here, how things were cut, moved, shipped, etc. Cross log chute. See all the cows there. So, cows, steers, steer power, horsepower, whatever. Alright, so there's one. By the way, the elevation here is about 5,000 feet. I noticed up at Nelder Creek they had a sign. It's at 5,600 feet. And from here it's pretty much up, 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 up to that creek. So I'd say it's about 5,000 here. In case you were wondering. Okay, so there's one here, there's one here. Let's go left to right. So, lumber tramway. This flume down to Madeira. If you've seen any of the recreation program videos that I've shot rappelling at Poison Switch, that's one of the places where that flume was recharged with water. Alright, when they did have water though, there was this thing. 2 pole chutes. Man, this needs to be cleaned. 2 pole chutes, replace cross log chutes. In case you can't read this because it's so dirty, I will read this one. 2 pole chutes replaced cross log chutes used as a way to transport cut logs to the mill. The chutes were built by placing 2 continuous lines of parallel logs that were joined together end to end with lap joints. Horses and mules pulled the logs along the chute. The Madeira Flume and Trading Company first used 2 pole chutes at the Nelder Grove Mill. In front of you is a replica of the 2 pole chutes. In the photo, you see an example of a 2 pole log chute in operation in 1901. So, 117 years ago. Wow. Alright, so yeah, this place was busy. Sometimes you come up here and you look around and you go, ooh, it's wilderness, nobody's ever been here. Wrong answer. No, this place 100, 150 years ago was a beehive of activity. Between the logging and the mining, there was gold, there's people all over the place looking in creeks and whatever, exploring. Alright, well, that's it for the tour. As I said, I'm going to be heading out towards Sugar Pine. I walked back the last few miles of that road, trail, whatever you want to call it. So I know it's good enough. So I think I can get to Sugar Pine. Anyway, if I see anything interesting, I will video. Otherwise, that's it for today. Again, your host, Dan Davis. It is Monday, the 27th of August. Thank you for tuning in, and hope we see you out here sometime. Adios.